Buongiorno a tutti, qui il vostro Anthony che vi parla e oggi continueremo la live di Idea di Premonition. Dunque, noi nell'ultimo video avevamo interrotto quando dovevamo andare al municipio. Vi ricordate? Dovevamo trovarci alle 3 al municipio. Io, siccome da molto tempo che non giocavo, alcune cose non me le ricordavo. Allora, qui ci sono tutti gli abitanti, vedete? Compreso lo sceriffo, la vice sceriffo e Thomas. L'unico modo per passare il tempo era, pensate un po', la cosa più brutta che si potesse fare, cioè fumare le sigarette, in modo che, vedete, ne ho 20, però velocizza il tempo. Io me l'ero completamente dimenticato che fumando le sigarette il tempo passa più velocemente. Per questo l'ultima volta un po', diciamo, ho gironzolato un po' per far passare il tempo. Adesso io l'ultima volta avevo interrotto la live che era l'una, più o meno l'1:10 qua davanti al municipio. E adesso sono le 3, perché dobbiamo trovarci davanti al municipio alle 3. Adesso aspettiamo, vedete, sono le 14:59, sono tutti presenti. Dai, scatta sto minuto, così almeno iniziamo subito. Ecco qua, vedete, le 3. Boh, possiamo iniziare, ragazzi.
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. Clock Tower is impressive too.
Sempre la musica di sottofondo bellissima. Ma vediamo un po' cosa dobbiamo fare, perché dobbiamo parlare con gli abitanti della città. Ce n'è di gente, eh?
Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. And that was a tough role. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the Raincoat Killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
E chi è entrata? Carol McLean, titolare di un bar e cantante.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Ah, la sorella di Thomas.
So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Ok, abbiamo fatto il discorso alla popolazione. Ah, c'è ancora quello, l'uomo sulla sedia a rotelle che ha la maschera antigas. Con il suo badante, diciamo. Ma cos'è che vuole?
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Questo qua sembra un po' fuori di testa, eh? Boh, sarà un religioso? Ricordiamo che è il proprietario di tutta Greenville, il proprietario della città.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
Ok.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Ok.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Moore, the purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be informative and fruitful, you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Moore, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Ok, questo qua se n'è fregato della presenza dello sceriffo. Allora, vediamo un po'. Vediamo la mappa. Allora, qui c'è Emily. Qui ci sono Quint e Richard Dunn e poi tutti gli abitanti. Adesso vediamo un po'. Vediamo Emily se c'è qualcosa da dirci.
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Ok, non ci resta che uscire allora. c'è tutta la gente qua, vediamo un po'.
Quint, you're here too. I didn't think you were the town meeting kind of guy.
A friend of mine was killed, you know, man? I'm not letting this one go quietly. I'll do anything to help you catch the scumbag who did this.
Thank you. But vigilance is not justice. Nothing good will come from desiring simple revenge.
Oh, come on, I'm not that stupid. But I'm frustrated a bit just thinking that there's nothing I can do about it.
We each have a role, purpose in life, raison d'etre. Don't forget that.
I know. Just don't preach to me. You're sounding like my old man.
Zach, wow. I'm in shock like a weasel in an electric chair. You just made me realize that I must be getting old.
Io spero di non parlare con tutti quanti, perché sennò qui veramente ci mettiamo una vita, ragazzi. Vediamo un po'.
So, finding your way around, okay?
Yes, pretty much. But some people are hard to get along with.
People problems, huh? I thought city folks were used to things like that. There's lots more people in the city than there are here.
Well, that's true. But I started simplifying things a bit. Here's my new way of thinking. It's simple, really. There's only 3 types of people. Criminals, victims, and investigators. Everyone else are just vegetables. Vegetables called other people.
You really are strange.
Vabbè, io adesso provo a vedere, perché stare qui a chiacchierare con tutti non va assolutamente bene, ragazzi, sennò qui ci mettiamo una vita. Questi sono i dottori che abbiamo incontrato precedentemente. Sì, ma io non posso stare a parlare con tutti, qui ci metto una vita, porca di quella zozza. Questo è l'armaiolo, assomiglia all'attore, sì, all'attore, quello di Demolition Man, adesso non mi viene in mente. Allora, vediamo un attimo, Uscire non possiamo. Qui chi c'è? Brian Linsonne. Qui chi c'è? Carol McLean. Ah, forse dobbiamo andare a parlare con la sorella di quello là, vediamo. Allora, prima vediamo chi è quello là che si fa chiamare Linsonne, perché non l'ho mai visto. Ah, è questo qua. Sembra un mezzo... Che cacchio è? Sembra un mezzo zombie, vabbè. Perché tutti c'è scritto parla, ma la scritta parla in bianco, quindi ha poca importanza. Più che altro volevo trovare, alcuni hanno la scritta, vediamo questa. Proviamo a parlare con questa, va? Ecco, forse...
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead, even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
Vabbè, se n'è andata. Extra per l'identikit. Però adesso non mi dire che devo parlare con tutti, perché no, veramente, ragazzi, cioè... qui staremo veramente ore. Vabbè, proviamo a parlare con questo, Brian Insonne, magari poi dopo... Ecco qua, forse sì.
Good evening, Agent.
Custode del cimitero. Mamma mia, che occhiaie che ha.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Bryant. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Ok, mi sa che dovremmo anche andare a vedere il cimitero. Vabbè ragazzi, niente, dobbiamo parlare con tutti. C'è un cacchio da fare.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. And tell me, Usher, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was the sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Ok, la madre di Anna non è venuta qui. Vediamo un po'.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. You must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Vabbè. E questo chi è?
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
Il generale, titolare dello sfasciacarrozze.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
Buona
He
sapersi.
literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Allora, poi vediamo chi cacchio c'è. Allora, vabbè, con Thomas non c'è bisogno di parlare. Oh, ok, andiamo con questi due qui. Mi sa che dobbiamo parlare con tutti, ragazzi. Purtroppo è così la live, ragazzi, oggi.
Can you tell me if you noticed anything strange about Anna before the incident?
Well, I'm not sure if this will be of any help, but...
Anything, no matter how small, could be of help.
Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained, and came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster, just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
Ok, vediamo il cuoco che prima vediamo un po'.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Nick, you came here for a reason. Something bothered you. What was it?
I came here because you asked us to. That's all.
Ok, poi andiamo dall'armaiolo, che sembra l'attore Wesley di Demolition Man.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith.
Ok, Wesley l'armaiolo.
Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Vabbè. Adesso non ci interessa.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Ok. E che mancano? Allora, Lily e Kate. Chi cacchio sono sti qua?
Hey, Lily.
Agent York, your speech frightened some of us a little. You should work on being more sensitive with words when talking to groups.
Really? I tried my best to be gentle. So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Just Becky, really. She works part-time at the store. She's been acting strange recently.
Strange? How?
I took the boys along to visit her house today. I was just worried, because she hasn't come into work at all after that incident. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Qui dovrebbero essere...
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Forse dovrebbero essere il padre e il papà e la mamma dei gemelli che abbiamo visto nelle precedenti live.
Hey, York, you were rocking it large up there.
Was I? I haven't been on stage like that since elementary school.
You made me think, man, like Things can't go on like this. We need, like, some action or something. I was pretty psyched up, before you got on stage. I was like, dude, a real psycho in town. Pretty sweet gig. But now, dude, that lunatic could be any one of us, man. I don't want to think of that whack job coming after my family. Makes me shudder all over, man. It was way too heavy. You'll catch him. Right, FBI?
Of course. But you need to be able to take care of those you love, too.
You're right, man. Right on the level. I need to do what's right for my family, man. You lit my soul, man. Thanks, FBI.
Adesso c'ha 50 kg di gel sui capelli. Cazzo ha preso la scossa? Vabbè, Polly, vediamo con Polly, che è la nostra
Mr. Morgan,
alberghiera.
you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Va bene, ok.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Oh, questa se n'è andata, ma pensiamo a Sigourney. Chi è? L'attrice, ha il nome dell'attrice di, come si chiamava? Di quella che faceva Alien, Sigourney. Con questa, che ci fa con la pentola questa?
Oh my pot is getting cold.
La girovaga, quello che è, la pentolaia,
Hey,
secondo me è la pentolaia.
mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Oh no, abbiamo ancora sti tre, che palla.
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Ok, dai, abbiamo quasi finito, ragazzi. Parliamo con Gina.
Hello again, Agent York. How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you have any information that could help me out?
Information? Sounds difficult and not my kind of conversation. Anyways, you should come by the gas stand again. I'll give you the best service in town.
Zach, perhaps you can tell me. Why did she bother coming here?
Mi sa che è venuta per vederti te. E questo è il marito, Jack.
I've nothing to say to you.
I haven't asked you anything yet, Jack.
Shut it! I might open up if you introduce me to, I don't know, a Ben Franklin or two.
Guess there's always someone like him in every town.
Questo... Oh, abbiamo parlato con tutti, meno
Agent
male.
Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Ok. La rottura di scatole l'abbiamo finita. Quella di parlare con tutti, purtroppo. Ok, abbiamo finito anche questo capitolo. Va bene, un po' di soldini. Non ce ne frega niente di salvare. Tanto... Allora, siamo sempre all'episodio 1, però adesso incominceremo il capitolo 7, cena. Quindi incominciamo, ed è l'ultimo dell'episodio 1, vedete, episodio 1, capitolo 7, poi passeremo all'episodio 2, parte 1, poi parte 2, insomma è bello lunghino sto gioco, ragazzi. Cena, ok, vai.
Previously, during the investigation, these puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? The coffee warned me about it.
Ok, mo andiamo avanti. Ecco,
Well, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report, too.
Okay, and let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right, then, let's do that.
Diamo un'occhiata, ragazzi,
Hold
diamo
on, Agent
un'occhiata.
York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greendale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Ci andiamo insieme, vai. Naturalmente quando fa da un'occhiata dobbiamo essere veloci, se no altrimenti finisce che lei, la vice sceriffo, ci rimane delusa. Invece così andiamo a mangiare anche con lei. Vedete?
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe.
Are some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum, and he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. That was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear any more? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course. But still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Ok, abbiamo finito di mangiare, abbiamo parlato di omicidi, non omicidi e cose varie. Adesso vediamo cosa dobbiamo fare. Ok. Ma dove dobbiamo andare? Ah, dobbiamo andare a dormire. Però qui ci segnala un'altra cosa in giallo. Area obiettivo secondario. Vediamo un attimo, Ah, dobbiamo tornare in albergo per fare rapporto al quartier generale. Ah, beh, però ci sono anche le missioni secondarie, ma io non le faccio, ragazzi. Tanto quello là, questo qua giallo, tunnel di Coop. Se andiamo a vedere qua, eccolo qua, è stato segnato su una mappa, sospetta allora, vabbè, comunque ragazzi, non è niente di che, cioè bisogna andare dalle 6, qui ci sono gli orari, allora scusate, i capitoli in cui possiamo fare questo tipo di mappa, però ragazzi, noi pensiamo alla trama principale, perché già di sua è abbastanza lunga. Allora, non c'è limite, nel senso che noi possiamo fare quello che vogliamo adesso, gironzolare, stare anche 2 o 3 giorni a non fare un cacchio. Intanto però qui non so dove è la mia macchina, ora è rimasta il municipio, vabbè, prendiamo una della polizia. Allora, facciamo così. Andiamo prima a vedere una cosa. Allora, dove diavolo stiamo? Mi sono perso. Ah no, qui c'è la stazione. Qui c'è la stazione di polizia, ok. Allora, devo capire un attimo 2 cose. Allora, Emily è a casa. Andiamo prima a trovare Emily. Poi ce ne andiamo in...
Zach, we can take a rest if you're tired.
Mamma mia, ste auto della polizia sono lente come il cucù. Ma perché stiamo andando a 60 miglia orari? Allora la macchina dell'agente Morgan va a più di 100 e passa. Qui c'è il negozio di armi. Allora aspettate, vediamo dove cacchio abita la nostra amica, la nostra bella vice sceriffo. Ah, ecco qua, proprio qui in questa via dobbiamo girare. Vediamo se possiamo entrare in casa, Scendiamo dall'auto da qua, la lasciamo in mezzo alle scatole. No, sta dormendo, niente, è chiuso. Vabbè, andiamo. Vediamo la strada. Prendiamo la galleria. E poi ci dobbiamo fare tutta sta strada qua, vabbè. Allora, quanto cavolo manca? Mi sono stufato, dai! No, era ora. Ci siamo. No. Ora scriviamo il rapporto da dare all'FBI.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off. I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Ma dobbiamo rispondere. Cos'è che avevano trovato in bocca? Un seme rosso.
That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Meat prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Un tacco a spillo, mi sembra.
That's right. A broken stiletto heel. Combining this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and the stiletto heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything? Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach? What do you think she was holding on to?
Mo chi se lo ricorda? Forse una parrucca rossa?
That's wrong, Zach.
Ah, vedete, ho sbagliato.
What do we suspect Anna was holding?
Forse il ciondolo. Beh, sì.
A round object. The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark. The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the town folk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner. She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Corman, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations. Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me. Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything.
Devi dire di sì, che ti sei citato.
It did make me feel strange, nostalgic, sad almost. It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
You'll eat right now, young lady. You need to listen to your mother.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Eat your lunch, then take a nap. Then I'll tell you the rest.
But I want to hear it now.
There's no need to rush things. You must live your life at the pace that is right for you.
Questo deve essere forse qualcuno che sta raccontando la storia. Sembra strano. Vabbè, comunque, secondo me l'agente York non è che gli piace il cibo, gli piace la vice sceriffo. E questo chi è? C'è un cane qua. È scesa una donna e c'è anche sto qua. C'è una pianta. C'è questo panzone. Ok, abbiamo finito anche questo. No, non ci interessa salvare. E adesso dovremmo incominciare l'episodio 2. Infatti, episodio 2 parte 1, capitolo, vediamo, c'è capitolo 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, ok. Allora, episodio 2 parte 1, capitolo 8, la galleria delle muse. Incominciamo con questo.
Previously during the investigation. F.K. Eat the coffee. I knew I could count on you. Never fails.
Ah, the perpetrator. Bit off honest Tom.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell after it. So says Mr. Stewart.
Oh, well, there's an old story. Folklore. It's a fairy tale to me. Something about a killer in a raincoat who appears on rainy nights.
She had a red dress on. She was a goddess.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Ok, abbiamo visto l'epilogo dell'episodio 1. Pistola all'ordinanza dell'FBI che fa schifo. Ah, ma ci sono ancora questi due cacchi di gemelli del cavolo.
Are you thirsty? You must be very thirsty. You only take milk with your coffee? Coffee with milk, that's all.
Becky?
My name is Becky.
What are you doing here?
My name is Becky.
Do you know where the exit is?
My name is Becky.
Ho capito che ti chiami Becky.
Your throat is clenched. You must do what you must do. Take a sip of coffee and go.
Ok, dai, beviti il caffè e andiamo, perché mi sono già rotto le cosiddette cose da aspettare. Ok, si è aperta sta porta. Sa che qui Zack, cioè vuol dire Morgan, si sta sognando tutto. Allora, vediamo un po' cosa c'è qui. Non c'è niente. C'era osservare. Vediamo. Ok, dai, andiamo. C'è un bambino. Ah, è lui da bambino? Infatti era il suo solito incubo.
Zack, this case looks like it's directly related to us. I do not know how yet, but I do know I need some coffee.
Ma come cacchio fai a fumare appena ti svegli?
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Ok, allora ragazzi, spieghiamo il nostro solito vestito. Questo qua rosso che c'ha più vita. C'è quello rosso passione. Ok, poi ci facciamo la barba. Ok, extra per la rasatura. Allora, adesso dobbiamo andare a fare colazioni con Polly. Allora, noi dove cacchio siamo? Qua, ok. Eccola qua, Polly, missione. Parlo con Diane. Vabbè. Vediamo un attimo la mappa. No, non è questa che devo vedere. Ah, vabbè, devo uscire dall'appartamento, diciamo dall'hotel. Allora ragazzi, io adesso interrompo qua la live.
Whoa there.
Ah, vediamo.
Did you need something?
Ah, ma quel signore che abbiamo visto poco
No, I
fa.
was just passing by. I didn't think anybody else was here other than Polly. The door opening like that it surprised me, that's all.
Forrest Kaiser, venditore di piantine, e c'è anche un bel cane. Chi è, Pongo?
I'm Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Nice to meet you. I travel a whole lot, you see, selling tree saplings. Just the usual salesman doing the usual road trip.
Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like a jolly old bumblebee spreading pollen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I get it. You're the special agent Scarface that everyone's yakking about.
Nice to meet you, Francis.
Special Agent Scarface? I'd need a bigger scar to live up to that name. Call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
What? You got it. York.
Is this your first visit here, then?
No, sir. Actually, I've been coming here once or twice a year for, a while now. I don't get much business here, but it sure does make a fine vacation. I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel at a bargain price. It's so relaxing in these parts, too. Oh, I just love all the nature. I feel so relaxed here.
Che bel cane.
Say hi to Willie. Oh, don't worry. He's a good boy.
Ah,
Do you
Willie
like
si
dogs?
chiama.
Hey, Willie. How you doing?
He's pretty smart, too. Oops, before I forget, let me give you this. It's just a sample of what I sell.
Thank you. How kind of you.
So, what brings the old FBI out here? Sounds like more than just a vacation.
A murder, actually. The perpetrator is still out there. Try to stay indoors at night and during the rain. We want to prevent it from happening again, okay?
Oh, it's a darn shame. Places like this used to be the safest in America.
Could I ask you something? Do you know a lot about seeds?
Seeds? Gardening, huh? You don't look like a green thumb, but let me tell you, though. I'm pretty much the only one who can make those saplings sprout. There's a trick to it that can't really be passed on, you know? It's like, the secret of making a good smoked ham, something like that. But you know, once they sprout, you don't need to do much. You can leave it be, and why, it'll turn into a big tree no matter what happens. Kind of like those stocks that politicians buy that just keep growing and growing. Well, you just wait and see. This town is gonna love them. Right. We were just about to go take a morning stroll, so I'll get going. Good luck now with that case.
Thanks.
Bene, vai via perché mi hai già scassato. Pure le tue piantine.
Do you remember what the coffee said? Forrest Kaysen. F.K.
È vero, il caffè.
This show has just begun.
Però comunque questo tizio non lo so, Mi sa che c'è qualcosa che non mi convince. Allora, vediamo come siamo messi anche con la fame e col sonno. Siamo messi bene. Allora ragazzi, io intanto interrompo qua la live, ci mettiamo qui all'entrata e la interrompiamo qua. E la riprenderemo, cioè continueremo il gioco al prossimo video. Grazie per avermi seguito, mi raccomando, commentate, mettete mi piace, iscrivetevi al canale. Dal vostro Anthony un saluto a tutti e alla prossima. Ciao ragazzi!